Namaste to everyone. Today is the 5th day. So whatever we have discussed so far, we have understood about the science of meditation. We understood about the stages and the steps and the experiences and how to handle those experiences. What is meditation, what is not meditation, and Buddha's Eightfold Path. And we understood about the science of the body, the science of living, the art of living. So today we will integrate whatever we discussed so far through question answers, through Sajjana Sangatya. Today we'll integrate.
While sitting for meditation, is there any significance of direction? Means whether it will be more beneficial if I face east or north, something like that?
Insignificant. Meditation is to concern with your mind, not the physical direction. No.
And my next question is, let's say after meditating for 3-4 months, should one avoid one's dependency on music?
Music is your choice. You see, music helps in meditation. Music is the next best thing after meditation. Music has a melodious wave, right? So our minds, the thoughts are very agitated. So when you listen to the music helps to calm your mind, to take you into a slow wave state. So in the beginning, when you're observing the breath, yes, you hear the music. But the more and more you're listening to the music, you're observing the breath, it calms your mind. And slowly the music goes into the background. Okay. So generally music helps in meditation. But if you want to meditate without music, that is your choice. But music helps.
So it never becomes an obstacle in later stages?
No, music never becomes an obstacle. Music aids, music helps. It doesn't become an obstacle. You can play your own music of your own choice, but it has to be a soft, instrumental, melodious music. It has to be the music in such a way where it can disappear in the background. It has to be soft and melodious, only instrumental.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Master. Now that I understand that we have to do mindful cooking, mindful eating. Okay, now my concern is, what about when you are planting vegetables? Okay, there are pests like snails and all this attacking your vegetable. How do you get yourself away of that situation? Like, think positively. How do you manage that?
That is what the farmer does. Okay, the farming practice should be spiritual farming. Now you all heard about organic farming. Yes. The one step beyond organic farming is spiritual farming, where the farmer meditates before entering the field, and the farmer is mindful in his farm, and he's sending a lot of energy. Okay, his thought energy he's sending while planting. So that is spiritual farming, and that is what the planet Earth is going to be in the future. Already it has started, and it is going to be the state of affairs in the future for all the farming. In another 10-20 years, it's going to be spiritual farming. That is for the farmer to do. Yeah, if you are doing your own gardening, then you can do this. You can try that. You have to read the book, the anesthesia book, the Ringing Cedar series. So there, all the spiritual farming practices are wonderfully spoken.
Okay. And another thing is, how about these microgreens? What do you think of microgreens? Are these good food, energy food?
Sprouted seeds, you mean?
Yes, sprouted seeds.
That's all good.
It's still good energy food.
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
You can eat all vegetarian food. There's plenty of vegetarian choices. You can eat everything and anything except garlic.
Thank you, Master.
Yes, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My question is about service, because you give a lot of importance to it. So these days, I'm not doing any active service except planting lots of flowers in the complex that I live in, and looking after the maintenance and the beauty of the place and things on my own. No one has asked me to do it. So would this be considered service? I don't know.
No, that is your hobby. You are doing it for your own joy.
Okay.
That is not service.
All right.
Okay. Service means any voluntary work you do which benefits others.
All right.
Which benefits other human beings, which benefits in any way possible.
I see.
That is service. What you're doing is a hobby.
All right. So I need to get into some kind of voluntary work.
Yes.
Right. I agree with that. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Namaste, sir. Hello, everyone. I'm Lakshmi from Dallas. The question is, I have zero experience or zero deep state. I'm always at my breath at the breath level. So what is your suggestion, sir, or what do you think? Am I in the right direction?
You are in the right direction. If you are a vegetarian, you are meditating, you are doing the right meditation every day, and you are in the right direction. If you are helping yourself to expand your knowledge, that means reading books and listening to others' masters, and you are participating in Sajjana Sangatya. Okay, so when you do these three things, you are, of course, definitely in the right direction. And for your question of not getting into the no thought state or the Samadhi state, okay, so that happens eventually over a period of time. Everything happens in the divine time. Okay, so Kuda ka dunya mein na der hai na der hai. So everything is in the right flow. This very expectation that I need to experience this Samadhi, that expectation becomes a block in your meditation journey. So drop that expectation also. Fundamentally, the focus is, are you happy today? Today, are you happy? Compared to few months, is there a progress in your life? Are you trying to become a better version of yourself? Are you become a better version of yourself compared to 6 months, compared to 1 year, compared to 1 week? If there is progress and there is a certain peace in your life, that itself is the byproduct of your meditation. So don't think the Samadhi stage is the ultimate. There are 3 stages in the human evolution. In the first stage, they are focused only on the materialistic. So they're focused on survival, doing job, earning money, focused on their family, children, everything, name and fame. So they're focused only on materialistic, physical life. So many incarnations, they focus only on that. So they reach a certain saturation. They want to know the fundamentals of life. After experiencing enough of physicality, they reach a saturation. I say, why all those things? What is the fundamentals of life? In spite of having money, in spite of having name and fame, I'm still not happy. So where can I get happiness? What is the meaning of life? I'm a very rich person. I'm a millionaire. I have only one son, beautiful son, handsome son, but he died in an accident. So what is the meaning of all my richness? So they reach a certain saturation and they see the futility. They see everything is futile and they question. So then they reach the second stage of the revolution where they want to know the truth. So in that second stage, they are no more interested in physicality. They are no more interested in name and fame. They are no more interested in property, family. They are no more interested in that. They want to know the truth. So they go to Himalayas or they go to forest or they go into intense sadhana, they go to monasteries. So many lifetimes goes into that second stage. And eventually they will discover the truth. They get enlightened. They will discover the truth that everything is Maya here and they are pure soul. They've incarnated for experiences. They have incarnated for soul evolution. So they get enlightenment. That is the second stage. And after, many people think that is the final stage. No, that is not the final stage. The next stage, the third stage is they have to live a middle path. Now they know the truth. Now they have to live their truth in the marketplace, in the family lives, being a normal person. So the third stage is whatever the truth they knew, whatever the truth they understood in the previous incarnations, they try to implement in the marketplace, in the family lives. So they take birth as a normal person, as a simple person, and they balance physicality with spirituality. That is a perfect middle path. And that is not so easy. To be in Himalayas and meditating is easy. You will have blissful state all the time. You will have Samadhi stage all the time. 24/7 you will be in Samadhi stage in Himalayas. But when you are living in a society, when you are living in the marketplace, you are living with family, and you are going to a job, earning money, and all the physicality is to integrate the physicality and spirituality is a great challenge. You go through ups and downs. You go through ups and downs, even though you are in the spiritual practice. But still, there are constantly so many outside factors which constantly pulls you down. You feel disturbed, but again, you use your meditative energy to pull yourself up. So, this is the third stage. And in the third stage, the benchmark is as long as you are happy, whatever you are doing, as long as you are happy, you are successful in the third stage. You might experience moments of no thought state. You might experience moments of Samadhi state. But don't expect that will be your state all the time. If you are in that state all the time, then you cannot get integrated into the normal life. Okay, madam? So, as long as you are doing meditation, as long as you are happy, you are fundamentally you are contented with your life. A basic contentment is there. You are in the right direction. That please drop that expectations of Samadhi. That expectations is going to bother you, and that expectations will become a hindrance in your progress. When you do the right things will come in your life.
I am Rajendra from Bangalore. I have two questions, sir. About day before yesterday's, you mentioned about Samna Diti, Samna Sankalpa, and about 8 things to be followed. I try to strictly follow all these things, but as soon as I get outside, due to external forces, I get disturbed and irritated. So how do you expect me to, manage in such situations?
It is not only your problem, sir. It is a problem for most of the people. Because truth is easy to be understood theoretically, but to integrate in your life, to practice it is challenging. I won't call it difficult. I call it as challenging. Because the mind comes into the play. The society influences. Even though you don't want to do anything wrong, even though you want to live in the right path, the influences around you, and also your own mind, and also your own conditioning, and also your vasanas, your vasana doshas from your past lives. Okay, your vasanas are nothing but your residue of the characters you have played in the past life. So all those things play a factor. But the way out is to stick to the truth. Always follow your heart. When there is a conflict between heart and mind, heart will say something, because heart will say, hey, follow the truth. Your consciousness, there is an inner voice which says, do the right thing, don't do this. But your mind says something else. Your mind says, oh, that's a better deal. You better close the deal and get the money. Okay, so that's a easy money, so don't miss it. So with that money, you can enjoy your life. With that money, you can take care of your family. So your mind will say something, but your heart will say, don't do that. So when there is a conflict between heart and mind, always follow your heart, in spite of your mind, in spite of your mind conditioning, in spite of your temptations, in spite of your compulsions, follow your heart. The more you stick on to following your heart, the more the influence of your mind reduces. It is challenging in the beginning for everybody, but once you get into the habit of following the heart, the joy you get is so immense. And once you taste that nectar, then it becomes easy to stick on to the truth, to follow the truth. You follow the truth because it gives you joy. You don't follow the truth just because Buddha told. You don't follow the truth just because Krishna told. You follow the truth because it gives you joy. You follow it for your own joy, for your own evolution. So when there is a conflict between the heart and mind. Follow the heart. Experience that nectar. Experience that bliss of following the heart. Then you know what to do.
Thank you,
Then
sir.
you become a master.
My second question is actually yesterday you were telling about the birth and nature spirit behind the birth and all that. And the soul is the same for every birth. I remember that you mentioned that. But there are some people, because I'm involved with as a volunteer and supporting the people with disability. And some of these people are born with disablement at birth. How does it happen when you say soul is the same for everyone? And, birth is almost same for everyone.
So yesterday I mentioned that the soul plays a role. The soul, along with nature spirits, they take part in building the body. So when the soul decides to incarnate in a particular lifetime, it brings in a certain karma, which is called prarabdha karma. So that karma determines what kind of body it has to be formed. So for the people who are born with disabilities, it is prarabdha karma. So the soul voluntarily chooses that particular karma. It is not a punishment. It is a voluntary choice of a soul to learn certain lessons. And based on that karmic pattern, the body shape is taken place in the mother's womb. Also, you have to remember, we all have body, we all have mind, we all have intellect, but we are the soul. So on the body level, we are all different. We all look different. No two people look the same. We're all different on the body level. On the mind level also, we're all different. Everybody has their own mind. So we're all different on the mind level. On the intellectual level also, we're all different. What is intellect? Body comes from the parents. Mind comes from the surroundings. Mind comes from the environment. And your intellect is nothing but the distilled information of all your experiences of all your lifetimes. Intellect is not your experiences. Intellect is the distilled information of your all the experiences. So on the intellect level, we're all different. On the soul level, we are all unique. Each one of us, we all have a unique signature. We all have different lifetimes in different dimensions. So our soul signature is very unique. So we all have different unique soul signatures. So where is that oneness coming from? The oneness is coming from here. We are all the speck of the same divine consciousness. So when you go beyond the self, when you go beyond the self-realization and go to the God realization, that is where the oneness is. So don't say we're all the same soul. No, we're all unique. We all have a unique signature. On the soul level, we are all unique, but we all have come from the same source. You have come from the same source. I have come from the same source. So we are all part of the same divine consciousness, God consciousness, whatever you can call it. So the oneness is on the God consciousness level.
I have a question regarding health. That because of wrong thinking or wrong approach towards your mental stage, you have spoiled your health. But if you want to take charge of it now, can you do it?
This is what I have discussed yesterday. Yes, you can. Today, this moment, you can take charge and you can change.
Okay.
When you change your thoughts, you change your thinking, then the effect is changed. As you think, so you become. And I've given you the way how to.
Yes, I'm aware of it, but to sustain those things at times it is difficult.
The moment you say difficult, it becomes difficult, madam. Be aware of what kind of words you are using. The moment you say difficult, it will become difficult. Okay, nothing is difficult. When you don't understand the science behind it, when you don't make efforts, and when you don't practice, it becomes difficult. But when you understand the science behind it, and when you make the right efforts, then everything naturally becomes easy.
Okay. And one more question I have is, I wanted to know more about Savikalpa Samadhi and Nirvikalpa Samadhi.
Savikalpa Samadhi Samadhi means a state where you have all samadhanas, where you have all answers. Samadhi is a state where you have all answers, samadhanas, all answers. Vikalpa means doubts. Savikalpa Samadhi means a state where you got your answers, but still you have little bit doubt left. Little bit clarity is needed. You got your answers, but little bit more clarity is needed. I'll give an example. For example, if your loved ones have passed away in the past and you want to know where they have gone, that is the question. You want to know where they have gone. What happens after death? So you want to know. So in your meditation, you do regular meditation and you get more energy and your third eye gets perfected. And you see that, yes, your loved one is in that dimension. He is in that astral plane. You saw your loved ones in that astral dimension. So you got your answers that, yes, there is life after death and he is there and he's happy there. You saw that. So you got that understanding. But what exactly he's doing there, that you don't know yet. So you got some answers, but still some more questions are there. That is Savikalpa Samadhi. Nirvikalpa Samadhi means there is no, Nirvikalpa means there is no doubts, 100% clarity. There is 100% understanding. All your answers are 100%. No more questions. Clarity, 100% clarity. That is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So first, everybody gets Savikalpa Samadhi, then everybody gets Nirvikalpa Samadhi.
My question is, I'm reading the book Conversation with God, and in that it's mentioned that there is no right or wrong, there is no duality. So why do we need that third eye wisdom to discern between right and wrong?
So you are asking about going beyond good. You're asking a question about Nirguni state. Okay. So first you have to understand the gunas. First is Tamoguna. Second is Rajasic Guna. Third is Sattvic Guna. And fourth is Nirguna. Tamasic Guna means people who are very lazy, lethargic. They are stuck on the body level, physical level. They are stuck on the physical level. So in our soul evolution, the soul on an average takes about 350 lifetimes. From the first time the soul incarnates till the final enlightenment and going back. So on an average, it is 350 lifetimes. Average. Some souls take 50 lifetimes to finish off. Some souls take 1,000 lifetimes. But it's just an average. So let's say the average is 300, 350 lifetimes. In the beginning lifetimes, let's say 100, 150, the most of them, they are in the Tamoguna. Then after that, they graduate to Rajoguna. Rajoguna means they are more interested in name and fame, power, money. So they are no more in survival. They are no more lazy, lethargic. They are more active. They are in the work mode. Do, earn more money, constantly work 14 hours a day. Look for name, fame, appreciation. I want to be the CEO. I want to be this. I want to be the great person. Everybody should acknowledge me. I want, I want the recognition. I want the name and fame. So they are in Rajoguna, right? Rajasic Guna. And then after many incarnations, many lifetimes, they go into Sattvika Guna. So Sattvika Guna people, they want peace, right? They want peace and they want to do good things, and they are no more interested in name and fame. They are no more interested in materialistic things. They are more interested to have peace. To have peace, they need some clarity, some answers. So they are Sattvika Guna people, the people who generally don't eat meat and they don't want to do any himsa to others. Right? Be a good person, do good things, do service. So towards the end of the Sattvika Guna, the quest comes to know, to ask the fundamental question, who am I? Where did I come from? What is this very purpose of life? So in the Sattvika Guna stage, all these questions starts coming. And they practice meditation. They get into, with that questioning, they get into the right meditation. They practice meditation. With more and more and more meditation, then the enlightenment happens. Then they become Nirguni. Nirguni means they become a pure witness. They get into a witness consciousness. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said to Arjuna, hey Arjuna, come out of all the good karmas, come out of all the bad karmas, become a yogi, yogi bhava Arjuna. Because Arjuna was saying, how can I kill my uncle? How can I kill my guru? Am I not doing the right thing? So Arjuna was a Sattvika Guna person. Okay. So Krishna said, you come out of all those thinking. You come out of, you don't know anything about yourself. Krishna said, you don't know anything about yourself. Don't speak great things. You don't know anything about yourself. I know everything about me and I know everything about you. So you don't speak great things. You are not doing anything. I already killed them. I have already killed them astrally. You are just an instrument. So become a yogi. Come out of all those good karmas and bad karmas. Become a yogi, then only you will understand yourself. So when you become a yogi, you become a nirguni. So nirguni means you perfectly know what is bad karma. You perfectly know what is good karma. But you are not identified with it. You go beyond it. You get into a witness consciousness. Your consciousness is in alignment with the divine. You are becoming a pure witness. So in that state of consciousness, your actions are always in alignment with the divine will. So there is no possibility you will do bad karmas because you perfectly know what is a bad karma and you will never do it. And also you will not identify by yourself that I am doing this good karma. There is no I there. There is no I that I am doing this good karma. There is only a witness. It is happening through me and I'm just a pure witness. I'm just an instrument. So when you get into that witness consciousness, you become a nirguni. So in the conversation with God book, so he was explaining about that nirguni state. But before you can go to that nirguni state, you have to graduate from tamoguna to rajoguna to satvika guna. Only a person who goes beyond satvika guna through the intense practice of meditation, only he becomes a nirguni. Just imagine a tamoguna person, a rajoguna person thinks, oh, there is no karmas. So I keep killing the animals and I keep eating. Then he has to pay the consequences. Spirituality has to be understood in the right way. Half knowledge misguides us. Half knowledge is dangerous.
My last bit to clarify it. So at what stage should will the wisdom help me? Like you're saying that the discernment will help only after I come to the nirguna state.
When you are in the nirguni state, there is no discernment. Discernment is already there. Only. So
it will help me in the previous states.
Yes. Certain Western authors, they write some things, which is true. See, truth is always paradoxical. Truth is always paradoxical. You have to understand from which dimension the author is speaking. If you don't understand from which dimension, in which background the author is speaking, in which context he is speaking, if you don't understand that, then you miss the point. Okay? So, karmas are there. Karmas are there. There is good karmas and there is bad karmas. But karmas are not there for an enlightened person. He is not there. Karmas are not there for an enlightened person because he is in a witness consciousness. He is a nirguni. For him, he cannot do any bad karma. He cannot because his life is in alignment with the divine will. When you are in alignment, there is no way you can do any bad karmas. So he becomes a nirguni. And he also let go of the identity that I am doing it. I am doing the good karmas. He lets go of that identity. There is no I. When there is no I, then you become a witness.
During meditation, I'm focusing on my breath, right? So I'm being fully aware and fully conscious that I'm keep on focusing on the breath. So does it count as a thought or is it a process of the meditation?
No. That is not a thought. That is awareness. That is witnessing. So you are closing your eyes and the breath is happening. You are not breathing, right? The breath is already happening and you are just observing the breath. So the question you are asking is, you are observing the breath, but there is the whole process which observes you observing the breath.
Yes,
there is an awareness. So this is also a state where the observer becomes observed. You see, you are the observer observing the breath. Okay, when you start the meditation, you are the observer and the observed is the breath. But as you continue meditation every day, regularly, then that observer becomes observed. There is somebody observing you, observing the breath. Okay, so that somebody observing you, observing the breath is your soul, is your higher self. It's your higher self. It's your Atma. So when the observer becomes observed, that is a great shift in the consciousness. You are observing the breath and you will notice that you are observing the breath, but there is an awareness observing you, observing the breath. That is your higher self.
Exactly.
My question here is, sir, in between yesterday there was a concept you have mentioned that there will be miscarriages, which happens like sometimes the soul just leaves, right? So can you just give me one reason or what are the possible reasons? Because I went through that. I wanted to know what made the soul
leaving?
The soul decides to leave
Hmm.
because the conditions were not right.
Okay.
For example, the parents were quarreling, or if the soul is an evolved soul, and according to the soul plan, the soul chose a particular parents because they have just started meditating. I'm just giving an example. They just started meditating, so the soul thinks, okay, I need to be born in a meditative family for its own evolution, for its own planning. But during the pregnancy time, the parents, they are not sincere in their meditation. Okay, so then the soul decides, oh, maybe this environment is not the right environment for me. So maybe I will come later. I will come later when there is a right time. So that is one possibility. Or there is another possibility. It is a soul contract. It is a soul contract between the mother and the child before they are born. It is a contract that I will enter your womb, and I will be there for 6-7 months, and then I will go back. So that the mother goes through certain experiences. Through that miscarriage, the mother goes through certain challenges, traumatic experiences. And through that experiences, she will question, why this happened to me? Why this happened to me? So through that questioning, through that miscarriage, through that experience, she will take a quantum leap into her own spiritual journey. So sometimes it is for the mother's evolution. And so it affects the whole family. You see, it affects the whole family. It affects the whole extended family. And everybody starts questioning, why this happened? So the whole it's an opportunity for the whole family to get into spiritual journey, to get into the right path. So it acts as a trigger also. So there are infinite possibilities why this can happen. Always there is a reason. For every action, there is a cause. Always there is a reason, and the reason is the right reason. Okay, madam? I just gave you a couple of examples, but there are infinite possibilities.
There was no reason why the soul was left, because the one day before I heard the heartbeat. There was no heartbeat in the next 4 days of the ultrasound. Then
you see what you have to question. See, what you have to question is, after that incident, your life is no more the same. It shifted.
No.
Yes or no?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly, sir. Every moment, as you said, it has triggered me, and it made me to think more towards the spiritual path.
Yeah, naturally. So that is the cause, and that is part of your soul planning.
So I'm from Noida. Question, sir, is that when we talk of service, so let's say
when we talk of, sorry, what is that? When we talk of
service, basically, I getting to be a therapist kind of in that space. So how it started was a lot of seva bhav, but charging money for it becomes is still kind of a little bit of a block. So I end up doing mostly without money. So the pointed question is seva bhav a service? If I charge money, will it still be called a service or not?
No. If you charge money, that is your profession.
Okay.
If you charge money, you are getting something in return. You give your time, you give your energy, but you are getting something in return. You get money in return. So that is not service. That is your job. That is your profession. You have to be very clear that money is again a great lesson to learn. Money teaches you a lot of things. Money is an energy. Money is neither positive nor negative. Money is neutral, but it is a powerful energy on the planet Earth. So the money in the hands of a positive person becomes positive energy. The money in the hands of a negative person becomes negative energy. It's a neutral energy, but a very powerful energy. You should not feel bad when you're receiving money. Have that absolute clarity. Money is not bad. Money is not an obstacle to your spiritual progress. You should have that understanding. Money is not an obstacle in your spiritual progress. If you are sincere in your spiritual journey, money will never become an obstacle. If you are not sincere in your spiritual journey, then yes, money becomes an obstacle, because your mind comes into the play. The power game comes into the play. The domination, the authority, everything comes into the play. You have to understand money is a neutral energy, point number one. And you have to understand that there is nothing wrong in charging money for whatever the work you are doing. There's nothing wrong in it. But service is something, the definition of service is you are doing without any expectations. And you are doing it only for your joy. That is the definition of service. Without any name, without any expectations. There is no expectation of even acknowledgement. There is no expectation of anything. Okay, so that is service. Okay, you can give your services, you can, without any expectations you can do. But if somebody gives you food, somebody gives you clothes, somebody gives you donation, for their own joy, they are giving you some donation. You receive the donation. That is service. That is still considered a service. You are not demanding money, but money comes in your way as a donation, then that is also service. Because you are not expecting, it just comes in your way. You simply accept it. For example, you are doing your therapy. You are not charging anything. You are doing your therapy. You are not charging anything and you're doing it for your joy. You're not expecting anything. But people donate you because they have received your help and they are so much joy. They want to do something in return. So for their own joy, they are giving you donation. That is still a service.
Okay, so thank you, sir. Just can I
Yes.
add to this?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically then the middle path, how I look at it could be that because one needs to earn money, have that piece, also have that clarity that you just gave. And also, like I'm doing right now, offering it to people who need it. So probably have a mix of both because I want to not let go of the service piece.
Yes. So you have to find your own middle path. Okay.
Yes.
So don't get confused with your professional life and service. They both are different.
But that is what it is. There is.
Yeah. So then you have to find your own middle path. So you have certain principles that, okay, I will charge money for my services. But for the people who are sincere, who can't afford, I will give it as a service. So have your own middle path. You have to discover what is your own middle path. You can always balance it because you need money to survive. And the middle path is you have to look after yourself. You need the right money to feed yourself, to look after your necessities, to look after your body so that you can do more work, right? You need to be well fed, you need to be well clothed, and you need a nice environment so that you can do better service. You can do more work. Have clarity that the source of income you are getting is necessary. At the same time, what is the scope you can do service? So you have to figure out.
That's good actually. This last piece that you just added, it's that we can use that to do more stuff actually, to be able to help more people. Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. As always, pleasure.
Thank you very much. Namaste to all of you.